So I was one of those guys that I went to college for like 6 weeks and it wasn't for me. So I actually started my career in Chicago in the restaurant industry, waiting tables, then becoming a manager in the restaurant industry, which, by the way, was awesome. But, as I met my wife, it wasn't so cool as you get older when you're working nights and every single weekend. So I started to get into sales, and one of my first sales jobs with Career Builder in Chicago. And I started off at the lowest level. I was cold calling farms, actual farms, trying to sell them job postings. Do farmers buy job postings? John, they don't. I promise you they don't buy job postings. And I learned that. Got promoted 6 times within 3 years. Eventually went over to work for Monster, their competitor. And while I was there, met up with some other people in 2015 and started Terradin, the staffing firm.
A friend of mine who recently got a job at LinkedIn, a question that he was asked in one of the final rounds was within the lines of, what can you do with your eyes closed? He answered something, I guess it worked out because they liked him, they hired him, but he later asked, what is really the purpose of that question? And the hiring manager revealed that a lot of times people tend to self-gravitate and talk about themselves, how amazing they are. The ego comes out. And that question aims to kind of to test for that, I guess, the personality traits.
That's a good question. I love that. See, my gut reaction is if somebody asked me that, I'd go, with my eyes closed, I can just take a minute to think. Joyce Russell, who's amazing, by the way. Shout out to Joyce. So she wouldn't hire someone without like breaking bread with them, taking them out to eat, right? And she'd always take them to one of her favorite restaurants. And no matter what drink they ordered, like a Diet Coke or whatever, she would call ahead of time and make sure the server brought them something different than whatever they ordered to drink. So like if they ordered Diet Coke, they bring them an iced tea or a Dr. Pepper just to see how they react. The thing is, and I can totally respect this, she would say, well, in our business, things don't go your way all the time. Like things aren't going to go your way all day long. And I want to see in reality, how you're going to react to something like that. Are you going to go with the flow? Are you going to get upset about it and not be able to handle it? Pretty cool.
I love that. I love that. I think that's genius.